after if they want to, in hopes of equalizing this BO5 series here. Currently is the scoreline, PJ.Y leading the charge with a 1-0 healthy against APG coming in from the global teams.
So we'll take a look at how they're going to try and play this around, right? Same issue, same question posted by PJ.Y, right? Can you handle the invasions coming in? If you can't, then it's going to be the same story, I believe.
Oh, a bit of a lane swap as well coming in from the laners here for side of PJ.Y. Already a bit of a poke here being sent down to Yulong's health bar here, ushering him back to his own jungle.
I like the idea of this, right? Number one, putting pressure onto Yulong as the Ogryn. He's supposed to be this early game monster, but if you slow him down, keep him in check, then you kind of manage your own timings. But at the same time, this lane swap you're talking about, it's very beneficial for Yu at this point.
I think so as well, right? Because you want Yu to get a very comfortable laning phase here, but Son going down so low!
Oh, first blood, of course, will be going to the side of PJ.Y. We don't need to take the resources, we take the lives.
Yeah, Yozi is just a menace as of this point in the mid roll here, just casually bursting down Son, forcing down both the flashes coming in from both the Long and also the Sulier here. Already a big win coming in from PJ.Y.
And this is a very painful win, because if you take a look at what's happening, even though they're trying to hold the lane, Saber that is, so that his farm laner can come across and get that EXP that he's missing, potentially missing out on, they've already taken the Firehawk at the bottom. So once again, PJ.Y, they get an advantage.
Yeah, through a lane swap at the maximum potential, right? You already allow Wu Yan to be on the receiving end, but due to the fact that Yozi provided such a good rotation, this just elevated the pressure on the shoulders coming in from the clash lane of the side of PJ.Y.
Yeah, and PJ.Y timed this really well, right? So they also hold the lane in the mid lane, so that the three members, Yozi, Ranxiang as well as Juexing, are able to gold share and EXP share in the mid lane with all the minions. They don't really miss out too much.
Yeah, it's very important, right? You need the clash lane, you need the jungle, roamer, and mid lane to simultaneously clear the wave to enjoy the last hit here. But you can see more of the pressure here being generated coming in from both teams, really prioritizing the mid push here.
But this is also where I like the draft of APG. They can actually hold their own against PJ.Y. But the execution, as you can see, now is being made difficult because they have actually slowed down Sun in this farm lane from PJ.Y. So this is going to be a very hard game to recover for APG.
Yeah, not the greatest of the news here for Sun. If especially you're on alone, you need so many items to actually progress in this game, because Long in Chinese KPL server, he's severely nerfed. One Fire Palm combo doesn't really kill off the enemy.
Yeah, and this is also why it's very important for the farm. Now, they will get a catch. Can they finish the job? It's not looking too good for now, but the backup is coming. His ultimate has been reset. They jump in, and PJ.Y, they might be the first ones to get the first blood. Yulong trying to sustain, managing to hold off the aggression, only because they have 4 members rather than the 3 on the side of PJ.Y.
You can see the confidence coming in for the side of PJ.Y, doing a 3v4 and still forcing superior health bars against their opponents here. They are really in control of this game by themselves.
Yeah, so we really have to pay attention to this, right? And I like the fact that Yozi is also holding the lane. Look, they consistently do this so they can share that gold and EXP with their jungler, which helps to really propel the growth of Ranxiang.
Yep, that is the gold sharing mechanic that we talk about in HOK, right? You want to be giving every single source of gold, and that's another kill going over to the Yozi Cat Boom here, already securing that venomous stuff. What an absolute menace on the Cat Boom.
Yeah, this guy, he has a instant delete button. That is the scary thing, and why he's one of the most meta heroes in KPL as well. Now Saber, he might have to give away his first life, uses his ultimate, does not catch anyone. The support does come through, no, will be stopped for the time being. But this means PJ.Y get this first Tyrant for free.
Yeah, free pokes on towards Saber, free Tyrant, and right now, access towards the enemy jungle will be invited by the side of PJ.Y directly against this, and they do not steal it away. They do not.
Yeah, that was a little bit close, right? At this point, Yulong, I can feel the nerves. I can feel the pressure mounting in from the side of PJ.Y, and this is a very strong start for the side of PJ.Y. They already have secured a 1,000 gold lead at this 4.5 minute mark. Is it going to be a 1k GPM? Not really, but still, pressure is high coming in from PJ.Y.
Now, to give a bit of a good news to the side of Alpha Gaming, at the very least, this game wasn't like the last game where after the Tyrant, the game just completely went over. It's still a much more slower pacing coming in for the side of PJ.Y.
Yep, it's manageable. All right, I think that's the word we're looking for. But manageable does not mean there's a very high chance of a comeback. This one requires APG to make all the right moves all the time, at least for the next 5 minutes.
The next 5 minutes, it's on paper easy, but execution-wise, I think it's really difficult. Check out what is PJ.Y doing. Casually cutting the waves in between two turrets, forcing Xiang to back away towards safety here. That's a tier 2 that will be going in favor, and also Xiang, another kill!
Yeah, this one is just a recognition of how much power they have on their hands. Once again, Yulong gets caught out, forced to use his movements, and he will try to make his way out of the trouble. But the mid T1 now under pressure, T2 at the top as well, taken by the side of PJ.Y, even when there are no members there, making the minions work for them.
But then 6 seconds will be the respawn time coming in for this Crimson Golem here. What's the call here, APG? You don't really have sufficient spells to really deal for this.
Well, I like the idea of this, right? So APG is showing you what you need to do. When you are behind and you need to secure a buff, you need to bring everyone across. Numbers do matter, even if you're behind on farm.
Yeah, you need the numbers game, right, to play around these objectives. At the very least, secure the buff into the pockets of Yulong. And Yulong, going for a very aggressive Ogren build, that's a full damage Ogren.
Oh, they actually get the steal. Not ID Ranshang here. They will start the fight. Sabers falling low. First life might have to be given here. Uses the flash to get out. Will take a fall. Meantime, the support from the side of PJ.Y is around. They choose to back off. Here comes the dive. Can they get the finishing blow? Sundo has been taken out solo by Yuzi, and this is not ideal. Yulong, he cannot go in further. This has to be his life here. Being taken away. Flash just as a measure to show him how far ahead PJ.Y are at.
They are just outclassing Alpha Gaming in every single skirmish. They're 6-0 in score right now, almost a 3,000 goal lead. But let's check out the replay here. So Dog going in, getting that spine on towards the Azure Golem here. Saber gets caught into a very difficult situation, has to force out the passive here. But take a look at Son here. He wanted to go for the flash assassination on towards the Goya, but gets immediately stopped by Yozi on the cap boom bounce.
The idea was kind of wonky. I mean, the execution was a little bit more difficult because he got mini stunned by the jump on the cat boom as well. So struggling quite a bit, and you know what, at this point Yulong, he will be able to make it out safely, but the rest of the team might not. Saber takes another fall. As PJ.Y, they don't even have to commit too much. They just use a refresh for Ranxiang's ultimate. At the same time, T3 at the top being put under pressure, T1 in the mid should be a guarantee for the side of PJ.Y.
Usually when we watch KPL games, it's a slow burn here. This is not a slow burn. This is a direct chokehold on the shorts coming in from APG. Every single play is pushing the game even to the hands of PJ.Y and closing out this game in the next few minutes.
Which is beautiful, right? So PJ.Y is actually showing you what the so-called quote-unquote correct moves are, especially when you have the advantage. Many a times we know how teams can get the advantage, but in the global servers for now, the teams are still unaware about how to keep that advantage and keep the growth going. So PJ.Y is just showing us exactly how you should do that.
Which is very masterful here. Every global team should really learn to play like this. But so far, stress is amounting for the APG side because every single outer tower is no longer present here coming in this game too.
Yeah, PJ.Y makes it look so easy, right? I mean, the concept's pretty clear. Just push them away, get the backdoor protection off, and then you're able to get those free hits on your T3s at this point. Exactly what they do. They burst down Yulong as well. And this is looking like the start of the end for the side of the APG. Saber might have to take a fall, first life gone, but they don't really care about that. They want the T3. And with that, PJ.Y with a 5,000 gold lead. Xiang, he's trying his best to dilute and delay the inevitable at this point. But APG, you have to be clear, they are struggling.
They are not just struggling here, they are actually in a very difficult situation right now. A lot of the resources has been removed from the pool, and in about 5 seconds, that Crimson Golem will be the next target here for the side of PJ.Y.
I mean, I like the answer that APG was trying to go for, right? Which was to take the Shadow Overlord and try to clear one wave of minions and really just make sure that the attacking prowess isn't as strong. But for now, PJ.Y, they're very far ahead. It's 5,000 gold ahead in their markers, and Ranxiang's already level of 13. So he has a level advantage, giving him more damage against the likes of APG.
And it's not even at a 10th minute mark right now. With the mid-tier tree being down, that's going to be a lot of vision given over to the side of PJ.Y to really invade these jungles with ease and go for those big objectives like the Shadow, Tyrant, or Overlord that will be spawning in just 3 seconds.
Oh wait, that was not even a Shadow Overlord. Okay, so APG now, it's gonna get more difficult from this point on. They're going for the double objective take. PJ.Y, that is, working on both the Shadow Overlord as well as the Shadow Tyrant. They are gonna abandon the Shadow Tyrant for now. So APG looking for an opening.
Yeah, APG popping the Howl here. Not able to get any sort of value here. Yulong, once again, being poked so dangerously low by Yozi on the cap boom here. Has to path for passing towards safety.
Yeah, he's meant to be the tank, but when your tank is not able to do his job here, then, you know, PJ.Y is going to have a field time.
Yeah, as of this point, right, I don't really see an angle where APG can really make it back towards this game only unless Saber finds a 5-man ultimate.
Easier said than done. And even if he does, even if he does, I don't think they have enough damage on the side of APG, right? Everyone is trailing in terms of levels, which is a handicap already, and then they don't really have the itemization to be able to fight. 5k gold difference is pretty significant here.
Yeah, that's the concerning part coming in from Alpha Gaming. And with PJ.Y taking both the Shadow objectives here right now, they are gearing up for the potential final push in the base of APG. 36.7k against 31.3, a 6,000 healthy gold lead from the KPL rookies, but the engage comes through.
Yep, they give it a try, but with that escape, it is going to be safe and sound for the side of Wu Yan here. Now, they will force out the Infinite Vassals from the side of Sun, and still, look, they committed so many things, did not find a single life on the side of PJ.Y, and this is not ideal because the next fight is coming really soon before the ultimates are going to come off cooldown.
Very fast reaction speed as well here coming in from Wu Yan. The way that he reacted towards the play was really clean in escaping and baiting out Son to use that Infinite Vassal and flash.
Yeah, very nice catch. Pushing Saber away as well, and right now with the Shadow Overlord, PJ.Y can definitely end this game. All they have to do is to get rid of Shishan, who is so low, manages to just step away. Xiang looking for a backline entrance, but he's going to be stopped here. And with that, no more backdoor protection. PJ.Y are looking for the finish on the game. They will be able to get it, and APG suffer their second loss as PJ.Y are now at series point.